Yeah.
You're just there.
You are there. You have made that placement. Sometimes, actually, technically, if you do it from loser's bracket, then you get more wins too. So
Yeah, that's
your
true.
season
Sometimes
looks
you
better.
get a better tournament. Or, you know, you can always intentionally lose round 1, get like 8 wins, then win the tournament.
Yep.
Boost your win rate a little bit.
It's always fun, like, looking at tournaments where, like, most people have only played like 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
And then the person who won or is like second place won
13
like,
sets.
Yeah, exactly. The one person, they get their money's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They were playing the game more than everyone else.
Yep. They got to play like 50% of the people in the venue.
Literally, yeah. And it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not even that rare, honestly.
No. There's usually one.
Yeah.
Master Course probably that. No, he still only played 3 here.
Yep.
So I guess that's the same as Toast. I feel like Master Course usually that person here though.
Yeah.
Who might get upset in like for like an 8-9 seed sort of like match.
Yeah.
And then goes down early and then just beats everyone.
I know Master, he always gets annoyed because a lot of times he does just well enough to not get in the redemption bracket, but just outside of top 8.
It happens.
And I know he's always like, oh dang, like I should have just won one more or lost one earlier.
I always think it's funny when players are like, if I only lost one more.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite mentality.
It's like, oh, but like,
yeah,
you're actually winning in like the real bracket that matters. That's
yeah.
like good.
Like, yeah, if you would have lost, then you would have just played the same person.
Yeah.
Like in redemption bracket.
Exactly.
Like whatever. I don't know. Today is just good enough to not play in redemption bracket, but didn't make top 12 were Okami Fire, Marcio, Sash, and Shoiru.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will say, I don't think any of those players really should be in redemption bracket.
No,
so.
no, I agree. I think like sometimes it happens, but when they do, it's like, okay, you're kind of, if you go into, you're kind of ruining the experience for who it's like for.
Yep. I will say shout outs to Ormiga, seeded 19. And made upsets over both Okami Fire and there was another upset too.
I think T-Wade.
T-Wade, yeah.
Yeah.
Beat
no,
both
really good. Got to 9. That's really impressive.
Yeah. That's a +2.
Yeah, that's great. Especially at locals, like that matters a lot.
No, definitely.
That's like it's very easy, especially because like when you're like a lower seeded person, the bracket is way harder for you. Because you fight like really good people really early.
Yeah.
And so you have to like you either have to beat them and upset like the top players, or you have to like consistently do well enough to where you're just like a middle or like higher seed. And then you get to play the really good people later on in the bracket.
No, totally.
But
I mean, the lower seeds, the goal is that they're either playing right away somebody that's going to beat them, and then they go down to loser's bracket, and then they have a match or two that they can win, and that helps them build their seed. Or that there are some of those extra rounds in round 1 where the lowest seeded players get to play each other.
Yeah.
Those are always nice.
Yeah. I think it's really good when the bracket ends up like that.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to actually get into tournaments and start doing well. So if you can have someone of your like own skill level, like maybe someone who just like is relatively new or like maybe unknown to the scene, and you get to like have those really, really close matches, it's really, really good experience for players.
Yep. The problem with that is to get those, you need over 32 players.
Oh, really? That's
because 32 is going to be that cutoff. When you have just under 32, you're getting the like seeded players into winners round 2, and then once you get like through that like 33 through like 40 something, that's when winners round 2 is most of the bracket, and then there's the winners round 1 for the few of them.
I get what you're saying.
And unfortunately, the average turnouts just for tournaments in Richmond right now have been around 25 to 30.
Yeah, like
so
right under that.
Right.
Yeah. We got Naytro taking the first game, Money Mike swapping to Bayonetta. Is pretty much a tri-main at this point.
It's wild, because I didn't know that he was playing that much Corrin.
Yeah, no, he plays it a lot. I think almost every set we've played against, or we've played recently, he's gone Corrin. At least like one game, or finish it out like he did just now.
Yeah.
And I know he specifically plays Corrin against Kazuya. That's like his Kazuya counter pick.
Interesting.
Because he hates fighting against Kazuya. Corrin does pretty alright.
Yeah. I could see that, though I feel like Naytro would also be good against Kazuya.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a matchup that's not bad for Naytro, but it's very easy to lose. Like, you just get hit sometimes, you super die. But you can definitely, like, super keep Kazuya in disadvantage.
Yeah.
I know there's a really funny clip of Akala. He like, plays a lot of Aegis, and he will sometimes counterpick Kazuya with Aegis, and he just sits on a platform and he just down airs. And he actually will not move, and it is surprising how effective it is, and actually very hard to deal with as Kazuya because he can't jump.
Wild.
Yeah,
Kazuya
so
can't jump, that is true though.
Yeah, but like he can, but not like other characters.
I mean, is he the only character in the game that has a longer jump squat?
Yep, every character is 3 except Kazuya is 7.
I thought there were 2. 3?
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think.
I don't know. I'm not
there's a lot
freeze
of
framing during the game.
There's a lot of specific like weird interactions. Like I think like a lot of light small characters have frame 2 air dodges. Then Jigglypuff has a frame 4 air dodge, which is like usually like heavies and Bowser. Honestly, that's something I hope they change in the next game. I hope every character just has a frame 3 air dodge.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very
keep it uniform.
Like, yeah, like weight already affects combos differently. I feel like it's very weird when you're like, oh, I have to keep a mental list of these 17 characters that this combo won't work on.
Yeah.
And like, it's doable, of course, but it's just strange to have. Especially when like, you would think Jigglypuff would have a faster air dodge.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a really big comeback. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, what a
Kinda
setup.
Just stole that game away. But honestly, I do feel like the Bayo was working. Kind of just got pooped on there.
Banjoed.
Yeah, poop grenade into side beat. Killed super duper early. Wonder if we're gonna stick with this or maybe see a third character this set.
Sticking with the Bayo. Yeah. I think that's the right move.
Yeah, I think it was working out pretty well. It just sometimes you're working out well and then you get come back. See you, Marshall. Have a great night.
What was I gonna say? Do you know what characters Mike played in the first set?
It was all Aegis.
I wonder why he's not playing Aegis this set, because he didn't play any Aegis, did he? It was
no.
Corrin,
He started out
Bayo.
Yeah, Bayo.
So he wins the first set 3-1 with all Aegis, and then decides, you know what? The second set I'm not gonna play any Aegis.
Yeah. I think he might be thinking that he might just be thinking he wants more experience on his other characters.
Yeah.
Because I think Mike used to be pretty much a Bayonetta main, and then picked up Aegis.
Yep.
And then I think he kind of feels like he became an Aegis main.
Yeah.
And then I think he wants to like have the other characters be pretty strong. And maybe just feels like, you know, I already beat this guy once with a character. You know, I might gain some information, but probably not learning that much more the second go around.
I mean, if that's the mindset, that's a really good mindset. Because, like, I could never have that mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I am very much just like, okay, what do I got to do to win?
Yeah, exactly.
That's I sit down and I just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that also means I learn less, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I think it's hard to be okay with putting yourself in scenarios where you shouldn't be losing, and being okay with losing in those places.
Yep.
Not that like it's impossible for Naytro to beat its Aegis. Like they're both very, very good players.
No, totally. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Naytro wins the set 3-0 and it was all Aegis.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like the players, at least on paper, should be trading back and forth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're like both like pretty much around the same skill level.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, the jump air dodge there.
Yeah, and punishing the air dodge with the Wonder Wing.
I will say I know Mike is a person who is very dedicated to getting better.
Yep.
Like he'll always ask for, or at least when I play, he always asks for advice after we play. Like tries to sometimes ask me for advice outside of the game, just like what I think about certain stuff.
Yeah.
But he's definitely very interested in trying his best to get better. And if that is his mentality with trying the different characters, I really like that mentality.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to just like say, oh, you know, like the point of locals is to get better, like at the end of the day.
Totally.
Like, you might get money or like you might get a good win, but like at the end of the day, like it's not like a super major tournament. Like you don't want to be trying stuff out there. You might as well use locals for a good testing ground for what you want to try out.
No, totally. Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes and no, because I feel like there are going to be a lot of people that go to locals that also don't plan to go to majors.
Yeah,
ever.
for sure.
And they're just like, oh, I just want to be as good as I can at the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try my best at the local.
Yeah. That's just sort of a perspective thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would say I probably care less about locals than the average person.
Sure.
But for some people, like, I know, playing at locals is like super duper fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough of the game. I will say, I don't understand people whose only experience with the game is playing Elite Smash. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, great
Hold
up
out the air dodge in. But.
All right. Naytro taking that set 3-0.
Yeah, gonna be in grand finals now.
Yeah, Izuki Naytro. This hasn't happened today, right?
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, this will be fun.